Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, mostly adult men in the age range of 30 to 55. I am Jeremy from Lifted Adventures. This is Jeremy's Pedal Power Hour, where we spend a whole hour, yes, one single hour. It goes by so fast. We spend the hour with a special guest from the mountain bike industry, from YouTube to pros to shops and stores and all the likes and everything, products and situations. So thank you guys for tuning in, watching Jeremy's Pedal Power Hour. If you would, real quickly, make sure you smash that thumbs up sign there, that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet already. Subscribe it to the channel. Today, I'm very excited to have a special guest. We have the one, the only, the MTB frequent flyer, Caleb. How are you, sir?
Hey, buddy. Doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing fantastic. So yeah, thank you, man. So much for hopping on and accepting the invite to be on my podcast. It's always great to have fellow, I guess, southeastern people on my show. So, yeah, you're in North Carolina, correct?
Correct.
Awesome.
In Asheville.
In Asheville, some fantastic riding in that area.
Can't beat it.
Oh, definitely. You really can't. I mean, you're how far away from Canuga? Canuga's like right there.
Nuts.
Yeah, you're a jerk. Are you racing in the Canuga race, the Cranksgiving?
No, I haven't signed up. I've actually never done a mountain bike race before.
Oh, really?
I
Okay.
Yeah, I am definitely not fast. I
Yeah,
like
neither am
something
I.
fun.
Yeah. No, I understand. Yeah, I was going to sign up for it, and it was full by the time I was able to check it out and sign up for it. So I didn't get to do
I
that.
know.
Yeah, bummer. But no, go ahead and start off by telling me telling everybody. Actually, real quickly, this is how this show works. You guys type out in the comments section up here. Make sure you type out questions for Caleb. I want you guys to run the show. That's how this show works. You guys ask the questions, I ask them, and you guys get to know who I have on. So make sure you get some questions typed out, and I'll get to your guys' questions and shout you guys out and all that good stuff. So yeah, go ahead and start off by telling us about your channel. What is MTB Frequent Flyer all about?
So my channel is all about progression. I started off mountain biking only 3 years ago. Started off coming into the sport with an injury, and I was trying to rehab after a broken femur from skiing. And so I got into mountain biking to kind of rehab a broken femur, and it turned into a lifelong passion, hopefully, that will never end. I have definitely come a long way, and I've kind of just documented that journey. Biggest thing I think that other YouTubers kind of forget about when they're out documenting and filming is that people are really watching their videos, half of them at least, not because they want to see the YouTuber, because they want to see the trail. That's what they want to see, if they want to drive 3 to 5 hours to go to, some destination trail, or if it's just not worth their time. And so I really try to focus more on the trail instead of the rider, and hopefully people will appreciate that.
That's awesome. Now, your last video, we were just talking about it a second ago. Your most recent video, you just had a pretty. How big was the gap? You hit a gap and you wrecked pretty good. I haven't had time to watch it yet, like I told you, but how big of a jump was that?
Well, you're in for a sight, man. I gotta toot my own horn. It's a pretty good video. I gotta say, I don't like watching it. It's that good because it makes me relive the moment over and over again. It was about 30 to 35 feet. It's the gap on Avery Creek, if anyone's familiar, out in Pisgah, and it's a big boy, and you're out about 15 miles away from cell phone reception, and I went a little too fast. Didn't pick a good line. Definitely want to roll up something like that a couple times, but
yeah,
I felt like if I rolled up to it, I wouldn't do it. So
oh, really?
I just went right for it first time and overshot, went to the left, and cartwheeled down the mountain.
Oh,
Dude, it was rough.
that sounds amazing.
GoPro broke off. I mean, it made for great footage. I was all, had all the angles,
Well,
So.
I'm definitely, when we get off here, I'm gonna hop on and watch that just so I can say I've done that. That's crazy. A 30, you said 35 foot?
I would say 35.
That's pretty
Standing in the
decent.
middle of it, and I can't see coming close to anywhere near either side.
Is that the biggest one you've done?
It was. I've done, I think it was Canuga Southeast style. I started hitting Big Brutus and some of the, 40 and 50-foot jumps and doing pretty well, not like tricking them or anything, but at least able to get from one side to the other. And I think that gave me the confidence that it doesn't matter if it was a gap. Because, I've been doing bigger stuff, but
just never rolled up on it.
Never rolled up on it. The leaves were all super dense, so you were just like rolling through real thick leaf coverage, and that really kind of made my line choice a little bit more difficult than it might normally.
Jeez. So that brings us to Bless times 3 asks, any epic battle scars? Did you get scarred or injured or anything from that?
So luckily, we were shuttling that day, so I had the full face on and all my body armor. So I was basically like I was riding out the park. So I had a nice digger on my shoulder that I took. Not really too scarred up because of the pads, and then I had my full face on. I'm still pulling twigs and leaves out of my nose about a week later, no joke.
Really?
Yeah, I keep thinking I got boogers up there, and it's not. It's leaves and twigs. So yeah, it's definitely took a hard hit to the face. It was fork, face, shoulder is how that was the order of the impact into the side of the trail.
Oh, dang. Yeah, I don't ever hear about people pulling twigs dirt, blowing dirt out and all that kind of stuff, but you're actually pulling twigs out. That's
it was gnarly, dude.
That's awesome.
The best part was that, I was out there with a good enough friend who, used to be a skater, and he was like, "Hey man, are you really gonna walk away after that?" I'm like, "What do you mean? I'm just glad that I can walk away." He's like, "Nah, man, we gotta make this happen. We're out here filming. You gotta go and do it again." So we went back up and did it right.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
So Bless times 3 is asking also, what was going through your head? What was going through your head before? Were you scared?
Super nervous. I get super nervous for any new feature. It doesn't matter if it's like a 4-foot gap. I'm like, oh, I've never hit this before. But
do you think now that you've wrecked on it, are you going to be more cautious, or is that going to hit your head?
Not roll up. I think I'm going to roll up to it one time every time and make sure I remember to keep to the right.
So it probably did good for you to wreck. Even you didn't hurt yourself. You're not broken.
I'm not broken off. My shoulder clicks now.
Ooh.
That's probably not a good thing. But
no.
I'm still I was still out in the dirt jumps today at Colo.
Yeah.
So it's all good.
Yeah, you might feel it here in about 30 years.
Oh, I'm feeling it. Don't worry, but it's not going to keep me off my bike if I can avoid it.
That's awesome. So, and with Run Bike Mike is asking, do you like drops, gaps, or tabletops better?
I would say probably my favorite thing to hit is probably like a really lippy tabletop. Something that you can get a nice boost off of it.
Yeah.
But that's just because, you don't have to have that fear in your head of there being a gap there.
Yeah.
And drops are great, but there's something about that sinking sensation that you get in a drop that you don't necessarily get in a jump where you feel weightless, I don't know. I don't really like that free fall sensation as much.
Yeah, I guess I understand what you're saying there. I really like drops. But with this was your biggest gap. It wasn't your biggest jump you've done. You said you did. You said you've done Brutus. What's it called? Is it Brutus? Canuga?
Yeah, at Big Brutus at Canuga.
Big Brutus.
Their trail's called the Southeast Style Trail, and me and a couple of kids from Colo that work at the camp up there with me over the summer, they decided to tow me in, and man, they were like 15 years old, and
that's awesome, dude.
And just like, oh, dude, throwing no-handers and stuff. It was so nuts.
That's crazy. So, tell me about yourself. What got you? I know you started the channel 3 years, or you didn't start it 3 years ago. Did you start it 3 years ago?
No, about a year ago is when I posted my first video.
You started writing 3 years ago.
Correct. About 3 years ago is when I started writing.
What got you to decide, hey, I want to start a YouTube channel?
was riding with Steady Spin, Kevin, a good bit, and watching him kind of document and film, it really seemed enticing to me because I love sessioning trails.
Yeah.
So the idea of having to like, you know, people were complaining that like, oh, we have to like sit here and hit this one feature like 5 times, like just for this clip, didn't bother me one bit because I was like kind of scared of the feature at first. I was like, oh crap, I don't know if I want to hit this like at trail speed. But when you break it down for filming, really kind of helps break down the trail and make it way more feasible to hit things one at a time, and then eventually you can link it all together.
That's so cool.
But, yeah, I mean, I really, really enjoy the, you know, going out and riding and filming, and it seems like people really enjoy being in the videos too, you know, even if they don't seem excited about it right away. Once the product's finished and they, you know, start getting hyped, like, when's the video dropping?
Yeah.
You know?
Am I on it? Am I on it? Am I on it? Yeah, your backside is on it. No one saw your front side. It's only your backside. Sweet, that's awesome. Could you see my pants? Yes, I could see your pants.
My socks.
Your socks. I love people saying that. That's awesome. So where's the MTB frequent flyer name come in? Where'd you get that name?
So I got into mountain biking like I was saying, like right after a really bad injury, and the doctor told me to kind of use that to rehab myself. And when I heard, you know, him say, go get a bike and try to start, you know, using your legs more, first thing I thought of is like, you know, dirt jumper, or, you know, like a BMX bike, because like I came from like a skate park background when I was a kid. And he's like, no, nothing like that. No, you don't need to jump anything. I'm like, I think I want to jump something. He's like, I'll see you soon, man. I'm like, oh, don't say that, you know? So it was kind of just the idea that even as like a newbie, that's all I wanted to do. Like, I didn't care if I was going to be like really fast. I didn't care if I was going to, you know, be able to go a lot of miles or like get in good shape. I really just wanted to jump. That's just all I really wanted to do. I just wanted to jump. And that's kind of how my riding style has progressed, is just, you know, I'm decent to good at jumping, and then everything else still is like definitely needs work.
That's cool. Let's see. Mountain Mayhem is asking how many subscribers you have, so we'll go and look at it. You got 1,220 something subscribers now. So everybody, I posted. I posted the link down to MTB freaking flyer down below in the description below. So make sure you guys check him out and go look at that. His channel. He's got some cool stuff, hanging out with some pretty cool guys, other YouTubers. Yes, Kevin. I was texting him. I was asking. I was like, hey, after I had him on here, I was like, who do you know? And he's like, oh, you got to check out MTB freaking flyer. And I had already seen your channel just a little bit here or there, and I was like, oh, I think I've seen it. Yeah. He's like, I'm helping him out, trying to get his channel to blow up. And I was like, dude, that's awesome. That's when I hit you up. So that's totally cool. Yeah, you get it right. You're in North Carolina, so you're riding with a bunch of other YouTubers.
It definitely helps. Yeah, living in the area. I just moved up here from Atlanta recently.
Okay.
Over the summer, I moved up to work at Colo Bike Park in Asheville, and just as a camp counselor and working at a bike shop. And you know, didn't really have a whole lot of experience like as a bike mechanic at all. But Talling up at Colo really kind of took me under his wing and taught me everything that I need to know to make sure I can keep my own bike up and running at least.
That's totally cool. Now, Bill Jordan's asking, Mountain Mayhem, he's asking, actually, no, go back down. Bill Jordan is asking, did you start riding in North Carolina? No, you were in Atlanta. Is that where you started it?
I started off at Big Creek and Trail Creek in Athens, Big Creek in Roswell, Blankets Creek in what is that? I think Cumming. So there's a lot of like, you know, really good trail systems in Atlanta, a lot of really good spots to progress your riding, and it definitely got me into the sport. I'm not sure. Maybe North Carolina would have just been too gnarly to like start off if I would have just like gotten into here, because the first thing I went for was like the Black Diamond Trails, and in Georgia as a newbie I could handle that.
Yeah.
If I would have went right here to some of the Black Diamond Trails, I would have gotten broke off hard.
Jeez. Yeah, no, I can agree with that. I mean, I haven't ridden anything in North Carolina yet, but just everything I've been hearing, everything, they're nuts. And everybody, I want to go ahead and this is the last Jeremy's Pedal Power Hour for this month. We'll have it. So I am eating some holiday trail mix. I was eating some with Caleb here in a second. You guys get to listen to me chew. I know some people hate that, but no, some. Have you watched? What's the stuff called? It's
ASMR.
Yeah, dude. Some people watch people eat.
Isn't that the craziest?
I don't know what it's called. So maybe in the description I'll post. It's what's it called?
I think it's ASMR, right?
ASMR? No, I haven't heard.
No, I thought that's what it's called. Maybe I'm wrong.
If anybody knows the name of when people sit in front of their camera and eat and post it on YouTube, let me know, because I'm gonna put that in the description below and get a bunch of views on this channel, just on this video, just for that. I'm eating, and special holiday drink is lime. What did I call it? Bubbly. Is it bubbly? Buble. Lime buble in my dolphin cup. That's awesome. So, you got your bike back there. What you call it? Candy?
Candy, that's her name. She's a giant rain, so she's kind of a stripper. Make it rain.
Oh, okay. Okay. Alrighty then. So you got. Is that how it doesn't come with a spring shock?
It did actually.
It did, really.
I bought the bike pretty much as is. I actually have buddy Colin. He's lending me his fork while I send in my DVO Diamond.
Yeah.
Because it's been having a lot of issues lately.
It came with a coil though.
It came with the coil.
Wow.
With the DVO coil. Yeah, man. They decked it out for me.
How do you like that? Have you rode anything else? Have you rode it just a regular?
Yeah, I had a stump jumper that had a air shock on front and rear.
Okay.
It was good. I had no problems with it. I was coming from a hardtail, so had nothing to judge it off of.
I just remembered. Sorry, blow. It's mukbang. It's called mukbang. Eating food. It's called mukbang. Mukbang. Look it up.
Is that like a fetish thing?
Look,
or is that like a...
bro. Mukbang. Mukbang videos. Mukbang is also spelled milk bang, and also known as eating show. Is an online audiovisual broadcast in which a host consumes large quantities of food. Oh, I'm not consuming well, I guess so. It's a pretty giant bag, but
You've got some work to do.
yeah, I know. My mother-in-law made it, and she put candy corn in there. I mean, I'm one that I don't care. Candy corn is not gross to me. Do you like candy corn?
No.
No?
I mean, I think I did as a kid until I ate too much and threw up, and now I can never eat it again, But
It doesn't bother me, but I don't want it in my trail mix. But
no, that doesn't seem like a good mix.
it's interesting. But there is pretzels in here, and there's Chex. So this is a fantastic live podcast. If everybody's watching, we still got some people watching, so maybe I'll get more. I'm saying mukbang. Mukbang.
Get it trending.
Get it trending. Everybody share it out. Type it mukbang. So, you're riding the giant rain. What color is that?
It's like a chameleon color. It'll change in the light.
I'm so trying not to chew into the mic. I'm sorry. It's a chameleon. That's cool, dude.
Yeah, dude, I really like it.
Is that a custom color, or is that their...
That's the color that it came with, man.
That's
so
totally cool.
Luckily, I got it off of a Pink Bike, and the dude built it up as a giant dealer for himself. Rode it one time on the trail and said, "Not for me." Sold it to me
Really?
with the warranty and everything for $3,200.
You got a steal.
Totally happy.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, it was great, and it was just what I was looking. It was right in the price range. It was everything. It checked all the boxes.
I have heard I've heard good stuff about buying off Pink Bike, but I've heard a lot of bad stuff. People just getting trash.
It's scary. I mean, like, you send this guy $3,200, and then you just pray that he sends you something resembling what the post was.
It's one of those little models to scale bikes. It's a picture. And you're like, crap. Yeah, that is the picture, bro. You got me.
Yeah, I mean, like, I really don't know how protected you are, but
yeah.
I've heard enough people say that it worked out for them that I was willing to give it a shot and hope that it worked out.
That's
I think
awesome.
It came from Arizona.
Oh wow.
Arizona to Atlanta. That's where it came from.
That's awesome. So in North Carolina, what's your favorite trail right now up there?
Ooh, it would probably have to be a trail that I couldn't tell you about. Those rogue trails, man. Those rogue trails are the move. Like, if anyone says that, like, oh yeah, I've ridden everything in Pisgah, you just gotta ask them, like, oh, what trails have you ridden? And they start naming stuff. They're like, oh, you haven't ridden everything. Because like the good trails are the stuff that like no one's even like put a name on. You know, all
Really?
the stuff that like you have to look up the heat signature on Strava to figure out where people are going to go ride this stuff. You know, it's awesome stuff, but it's just like it's like bike park Bailey type of steep, you know, with like no lines and no hassle. It's great.
That's awesome. And they don't talk about it. That you see, we don't get any of that in Florida. I mean, we don't get it. So I'm gonna have to drive up here soon to up that way.
It's great, man. Let me know when you're coming up. I love hosting people and showing you around. That's something that I really I enjoy a lot, is showing people one of my favorite stuff. Some of my favorite stuff for their first time.
That's awesome, dude. That sounds scary. I ain't hitting your 35-foot gap.
Don't worry. I don't know if I will hit it again either.
I'm garbage at jumps. Like, I'm terrible. Like, really, seriously bad at jumping.
Well,
but
maybe you can give me some trail riding tips, because that's what I'm garbage at. So
I'm good at. I can teach you short punchy climbing, XC style stuff here. Ooh, but even then, I'm garbage at XC too. I mean, that's what everybody does around here. But we got the flat pedally stuff. But that's cool.
What part of Florida are you in?
I'm in St. Augustine.
Oh, okay. I'm
just south of Jacksonville.
I used to go to the St. Augustine skate park all the time when I was younger.
I just passed it just the other day.
Wildwood Road or something like that?
Yeah, I just passed it the other day. Yeah, I have. I was and I've mentioned it before in my podcast. I was a fruit booter.
Oh yeah.
I was a fruit booter, an aggressive inliner, and that's the only time I ever hit the skate park. And I was always getting like bad looks and everything because no one liked them.
Oh, it's okay, man. I was a scooter kid, so I was the only one the fruit booter.
That's a little after my time. How old are you?
I'm 31.
31? Oh, okay. So I'm 35. So I guess you just might have started.
I got into the game late. I wasn't
a little later.
I was a scooter adult. I was
okay.
Like 21,
Oh, that's even worse. That's even worse, bro.
Oh yeah, I know.
That's hilarious.
I was that scooter guy.
That's crazy. Well, everybody, get some more questions pumped out for Caleb. If you're watching this not live but pre-recorded, make sure you guys hop on my next podcast. They're always live, and you guys can get questions out for people I have on. But that's cool. So you've never done any races though. You're saying?
No, I haven't. I've had a couple of friends really pressure me hard into entering some enduro races.
Yeah,
They say it's just a big party. You don't have to do anything crazy. You don't have to go any faster than you want to go.
You're already doing it. You can push yourself as much as you want to, and
that's true. But with a $95 price tag, I don't want to just show up and just like show up. I want to go out there. I'm gonna try. If I'm paying $95, I'm trying to win.
Then do it.
I'm gonna try to get after it.
What's kind of stopped you?
Anxiety, man. I get like crazy bad anxiety when it comes to competing, and like it's like one of like the few times in my life that I like really get that. I'm like such a chill, relaxed person. Like I really don't take anything too seriously, but like when it comes right down to it, and it just like any kind of competition really starts to get me hyped up, and the longer that like the wait is, like when I like sign up to when it actually comes time to show up and do it, all that time I'm just thinking about it. I'm just letting it get to me. And like they say that the only thing you can do is just do it, and just that will help you get used to it. But I just hate it so much. I don't know if I could ever get used to it.
You should try it. I mean, do what you want. Obviously, I mean, I'm not telling you. Of course, you can do what you want, but I'd try it, man. It's I mean, I get I guess you call it anxiety. That the nerves, just like, oh God, I'm about to race. I gotta go. But you get that, and then you start, and you're like, oh, this is cool. And then you're racing against everybody else, and it is a party. It's fun. I enjoy it. It's something for me. Might not be for everybody, but.
What enduro did you do?
I have done the Oak Mountain enduro. I've done one Go Nuts and one at Stanley Gap, the Bigfoot Enduro.
Oh, very cool. I'm actually supposed to go help Dave out, Squirrely Dave. Supposed to go help him out with the next Go Nuts race this weekend.
This weekend, okay. I was thinking about doing that. I'm not doing it. In Tennessee, the Tennessee one.
This one's in Alabama. The Tennessee one's this weekend. The one that's like happening like right now. Yeah.
The you're going to.
It's like in Huntsville.
The Coldwater.
I'm not sure. If, I don't know. Is it? I thought Anniston was Coldwater, right?
Maybe it is. Yeah. Oh, December 11th. December 13th is the one I'm going to. The Coldwater one.
Gotcha. Oh, cool. I'll probably end up seeing you out there. I'm gonna be trying to do some work for him.
Okay.
Kind of
Well, there you go.
Stuff.
There you go. Then I'll see you there. I'll be doing the Coldwater. I thought the Tennessee one was this weekend, and I didn't know there was another one until December. I don't know. So. Where's the Anniston? Anniston is that's
Coldwater. That's the town.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where this one is in. What was it? Huntsville, Alabama.
Huntsville. That's I thought that was Stanley Gap. No, that's Georgia. I don't know. Mulberry Gap?
No, I don't. That's Georgia as well.
Is that Georgia?
Yeah, I've ridden there a couple of times. That's like.
Yeah, that's where. Yeah, I've rode there once,
that's Pinhoti actually.
Okay, yeah.
That's where my house is.
I didn't ride Pinhoti. I rode Bear Creek.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
Bear Creek.
I was too tired to ride Pinhoti back.
The Pinhoti 1 climb is just god awful.
Yeah.
It's just god awful.
It was bad. It was fun. I did not beat everybody up at the top, but I lost. But
it's never a race to the top, man.
Well, what, dude? Now I want to know what race that is. Go Nuts Racing. Shout out to Squirrely Dave.
Yeah, man. Squirrely Dave's the man, putting on these awesome races out there.
Bro, he really does good.
Such a character too, you know.
He's hilarious.
How can you not like Dave?
He's hilarious. November 26th, 22nd is. Oh, Huntsville is the Monte Sano State Park is this weekend.
Yep, this upcoming.
Yes. Tennessee was today. This morning.
It was like yesterday and today, right?
Yeah. And then the Chattanooga, Tennessee, he's got on the 22nd. So that's a XC race kind of thing. But I'll be doing the Nuts Behind Bars weekend.
Which one is that?
That's the Oak Mountain or Coldwater.
Coldwater. Okay.
Coldwater.
Okay. Have you ever ridden there before?
Yeah, I rode there. Once.
Cool.
So we'll see how it goes. I hate climbing, but you have to climb, so it is what it kind of is. So Blessed Times 3 is asking what kind of bike. You said you had the Giant Rain back there. Any special besides the coil fork? Does that come stock on that bike? That doesn't come stock on that bike.
So you can get it stock.
Oh, you can? Okay.
Yeah, so it's like not necessarily the base model. It's the advanced one. It's the last year they'll do the 2019, in the 2019 it's the last year they'll do the 27.5 wheels. They're moving only to 29ers from now on out. So the cush core in the wheels. I mean that's kind of special. I don't know.
Okay.
I really like it. Definitely probably the thing I get asked about the most is probably the Fiddlelock water bottle.
I see that back there, yeah.
Like the magnet, clip. Like people are like, "How does that work?" So I get all sorts of questions about that. And the next thing they always want to do is they want to try to rip it off the cage. Like they don't want to know how it works. They just want to like try to forcefully remove it. And I'm just like really worried that one day it's actually gonna just like pop off. But so far so good.
That's well, everybody saw it on Seth's channel, so. I don't know why people don't. I don't know why people just don't realize it. It's magnetic and it's magnetic, right? It's magnetic and clip.
No, it's magic. It's magic. Like,
it's magic. Pure magic. That's awesome. So, what is your plans for your you're enjoying obviously doing your YouTube channel.
It's great.
You seem. You're constantly have a smile on your face. It seems like, even when you're I mean, I didn't see the last one yet, so I don't know if there was no smile on your face on that. But you're constantly smiling, even though when you're kind of nervous about to do something. You're chill. It's awesome. Do you? What is your plans for the future for MTB frequent flyer?
That used to be a question that I like really hated answering for the
Yeah.
longest time. I thought that it was kind of like I felt like if I answered that honestly, I'd be kind of like committing to something that I wasn't sure I could live up to. But man, I'd love to be able to make this something into a more full-time gig.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. The chances of that happening might not be great, but what I have learned is that this is like teaching me so many things that I had no idea where it's going to take me next. Like, it's teaching me so many different skills, like how to advertise, not only like my channel but myself, how to like
Yeah.
promote myself, and how to like be okay with saying, oh, you gotta check out my channel, it's awesome, instead of being like, oh, if you want to check out my channel, that maybe it'd be kind of cool. Like, just like giving me a little bit more confidence, and getting me to go out there and meet new people. And I can't tell you how many times I went to a park that I was planning on going out and riding by myself, not out of choice, but just because everyone else is working that day or something like that, and end up running into some people that are like, oh, dude, I watch your channel, would it be okay if I ride with you? I'd love to show you around. I was like, that'd be perfect, I've never been here before. So
That's awesome.
stuff like that's super awesome, and I definitely don't want that to ever end. I would love to keep it going. I see Bobo is a good buddy of mine, and he is making his living off YouTube with 60,000 subscribers. So that's something that like I kind of am like looking at, like, okay, like Seth, I can't look at that and think that's like a reality,
That's a tough one.
60,000, yeah, if I keep doing it, that's gonna happen. So I just gotta keep pushing it and keep making it my priority. I can't put it on the back burner. This summer I like took 2.5-3 months off the channel, and kind of once I moved to North Carolina, I didn't want to do anything else besides ride. I just rode all the time, and like no one wants to stop and film. No one wants to. So like you have to go out there with the intention of like, hey, we're not riding today, we're filming. And it definitely takes a certain type of person to be patient enough to sit through that and do that with you, especially when they don't necessarily see the benefit yet. Eventually, once they do it a couple times, they start to understand, and they start like giving you ideas. And they're like, hey, what you thought about this camera angle? What about like, what about this one over here? So it's really cool to see people get more and more into being a part of the channel. Seeing my friends kind of grow as characters in my channel. One of my friends, Canadian Carl, he's become a big part of the channel. Just a lot of times people might not be able to relate to me hitting like a big feature, but they were able to relate to him being scared to hit a medium feature, or a small feature, and him working his way through it. So I definitely I want to keep the progression going, and I want to keep the stoke high and to see where it takes me.
That's awesome. So that kind of ties in with the next question is what's your goal? Do you set goals for yourself, or what's your goal for your channel to hit? Is it 60,000 like Bobo?
So right now, the goal is to get to 2,000. At 2,000 subscribers, right now my plan is to do kind of like a group ride and meetup, and that's kind of like the next big thing that I have scheduled for my channel. This is definitely, doing this with you is definitely a nice little boost towards that, I hope. I definitely think that you're reaching an audience that I don't know if I have tapped into, because you have been doing this with so many different people that I don't necessarily think that I've reached Brian Kennedy level yet, and just seeing, even through like your stuff with like Daily MTB Rider and just all sorts of stuff like that, man, I definitely think that you're doing the right thing, and I'm happy to be here doing this with you.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Yeah,
yeah,
it's fun. I'm just doing it for fun. This is a blast, and I love meeting new people, and that's what we do. That's why we do it. I think we get out and meet new people, and it's just a blast.
So how did you get into mountain biking?
You're gonna interview me.
I'm just curious. I haven't heard this story.
I watched a YouTube channel. It was either Josh or it was Brian Kennedy. It was, or maybe it was Jordan Boostmaster. I don't know. It was one of those three, and I just started watching POV, and I was like, That sounds real fun. And I mountain biked a little bit back when I lived in Oklahoma, maybe 14 years ago, 10 to 15 years ago, back when I lived there. I rode a little bit here or there, and it just clicked. Like I need to do something. I'm tired of just sitting watching YouTube videos, so I bought myself a what was it? I got a no, not a giant. What is it? A GT XCR 3000, I think it was.
Oh, I see that bike all the time at Colo. All the youngsters are out riding that bike.
It was, but this one was a 1999 one. So, and I rode. I don't know if have you ever ridden down here in Florida?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, have you hit Graham Swamp? It's not a real popular place, but it's probably.
I've heard of it, but I haven't ridden.
It's I'd say one of the hardest places to ride in Florida. I'd even say Florida. It's pretty challenging. But I rode this, with no dropper seat, and I couldn't lower it because the way the suspension. You remember how old '90s full suspension bikes were. I couldn't drop the seat anymore.
Because there was only like a seat post of like that. There was only like
that long. And if you drop any more, it's going to go through. It's going to hit the fork. Hit the shock, and it had a coil shock on it too. But it was blown. The fork and the rear shock were blown, and I didn't know enough about it that it was blown. I was like, oh sweet, this thing's golden. It was golden color, straight up '90s. It was awesome, and you had tons of fun. I had a blast.
It did its job.
And I didn't die. Yeah, it did its job, and I just progressed and got a better bike and just enjoyed it. And then I started seeing, hey, these guys are doing these YouTube channels. That sounds real fun. So I started doing it, and then progressed to this. This just kind of happened. I was meeting some other YouTubers, and I was like, hey, let me interview you on my channel. So it just I enjoy meeting new people. That's to me, that's what it's about, getting up there and having fun and not taking it too serious. We're
all about that.
We're bicycling. That's what we do for fun. We bicycle, and you and I and Bobo and Josh and Brian Kennedy, we get paid to video ourselves, mountain biking and cycling on dirt. And we ain't anywhere close to being good as pros yet. No. We get paid. So yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it, but it's tolling sometimes. It's tolling on time. You have to do it. Do you see yourself burning out ever to do this?
That's a great question. I wouldn't say, I definitely took a break off when I moved up to North Carolina, but I wouldn't say it was because I felt burnt out. I was having good success with the videos. They were, for the most part, things were going better each time. So there was definitely, that is a motivating factor. When it is demotivating though, when you put a whole lot of time, I'm talking 20 to 40 sitting down hours of just editing, not even talking about filming and everything else, but that much time into a project, and then you have these high expectations. You think it's gonna be so great and everyone's gonna like be so stoked on it, and then like just nobody even clicks.
Absolutely.
Like that's like the most disheartening thing. Like it's one thing if like you get a bunch of like reactions that you like oh, this one was kind of crappy actually. Like I'd actually rather hear that than like just no one even clicked on it, to check it out. So I think the biggest thing for me is just to keep motivated by realizing that it's not about this video, it's about the next video. It's always like, just always keep it moving forward. Hearing Bobo and Kevin talk about like how stressful it is after so many years of putting out a video every week and feeling like you're on a schedule, I could see how you could get burnt out. I could see it happening to anybody, and I hope that I can keep my passion for mountain biking, even if I, for whatever reason, do get burnt out of doing the YouTube videos. I hope that I don't lose my passion for mountain biking, because it's done so much for me. Like, kept me in good shape. It's introduced me to so many new people and friends, and you know, you could, you know, there's so many people that go and spend all this money on, you know, prescription drugs or therapy or this or that and the other, when like sometimes just a really good ride in the road in the woods by themselves could have solved everything.
Yeah, exactly.
So I really think that it has so many benefits, and hopefully the risks, you know, are outweighed by the rewards based off of what the sport brings to me. And you know, I realize I won't be hitting 35-foot gaps forever. You know, I realize that I'm not going to be, you know, doing that at 70, but I hope to still be riding when I'm 70. You know,
Yeah.
just maybe not quite so hard.
Man, I see some 70-year-olds out riding around where I do, and they hit the jumps. They hit the jumps, man. They all hit the jumps, and they can jump it better than I can sometimes. It's nuts what some of these people can do. And then you got the kids.
Yeah,
dude.
The kids, that can be demoralizing too.
Golly, you got these little 9-year-olds ripping around, and they have no fear whatsoever, and sending it, and you're like, can you tow me in? Would that be okay if you told me? Yeah, man, I'll tow you in. Can I watch your channel? Can I have a sticker? Yeah, but you gotta tow me in first, please.
You do have stickers, right? Because the kids will.
Oh yeah.
If they don't have stickers, they want nothing.
Man, they've taken every last sticker I have. I gotta order some more. But Mountain Mayhem is asking, what's your worst biking injury?
Ooh, worst biking injury.
And I'm gonna keep doing my mukbang while you're talking. Go on.
Oh, get it. Let's hear it. Oh, 3 new people just signed on. Yeah, I think worst mountain biking injury would probably be this, the most recent one, maybe. It wasn't like the worst injury in the world, but I mean, it's a week out, and I still feel like I was in a fist fight and lost.
Jeez.
You know, I mean, like, I got back up, I was able to ride again and do it again, but after that, like, you know, I've ridden for work to, like, you know, ride the kids around the trails and make sure no one died out on the trails at Colo, but other than that, I'm not out, like, just, like, sending it right now, so I'm pretty banged up still. I hope to be able to, you know, get back out there tomorrow. I've got a ride planned, but, you know, we'll see how it goes. I gotta go get some work done on the bike first.
So you've never broken anything or sprained or scars or anything like that?
Sprained. Definitely. I landed a one-hander with only one hand on still. I was like pointing at the camera and went to go grab the bar in the air and
it wasn't there.
And it wasn't there. And missed and just like landed, you know, just full on that one wrist. And now that wrist gives me issues. And, you know, I've previously shattered my ankle before, so at the skate park. So I ended up, like, you know, stoving it into the ground, like taking a corner that I thought I could make, and then I had to, like, panicked and kind of like had to, like, stick my leg out to dab out, and just like stuck it in the ground the wrong way, and I was able to ride for about a month. You know, so like there's definitely been injuries, but nothing as dramatic as what just happened. You know.
Yeah. Is that your Mountain Man's asking, what am I eating? I've already told everybody I'm doing a mukbang video. I'm eating Chex Mix. I'm doing trail mix with candy corn in it. It's a mukbang video, guys. Mukbang. It was this. This is not about Caleb at all. This video is about me and mukbanging. That sounds. My new passion. My channel is no longer about mountain biking. It is about this right here. What's mukbang? You gotta look it up, buddy. You gotta look it up.
It's not G-rated.
It's not. It's G-rated. You're fine, bro. You know I would not steer you wrong, Manny. It's all good. Okay. Do you think this is your worst wreck? I mean, not necessarily injury, but your most graphic, aggressive wreck. Yes.
100%. My friend that was there videotaping got so nervous. He's been like a professional like skateboard videographer for videos in the past, where like he is like been really, really into it. And I was super excited to have him come out and film with me. And
Yeah.
he wanted to ride the trail too. And it was so scary to him that he stopped recording.
Oh.
Like, yeah, I was a little pissed about that.
Oh, dang.
Like, that's the only thing. Like, you gotta keep the camera running. Like that's
Yeah.
one rule.
The people on Facebook and everything are all ticked off at people. Why didn't you stop in and help him? Turn the camera off. No, don't you dare turn that camera off. That is my livelihood here coming.
We are no longer friends.
We are no longer friends. That's awesome.
But yeah, he was perched up in the woods, basically, like off the trail, up on the side. And I remember we were talking like, "Oh, you're good there, because there's no way I'm going up there. If I'm going up there, I'm gonna die." And so like, I was coming right at him, and he just got scared and had to like get out of the way.
Oh dang.
Yeah.
Oh dang, dude.
And then, like, the whole idea was that he was gonna follow me in. He had never hit it before, and I had never hit it before. But he was like, "Oh, dude, if you can do it, I can do it." I'm like, "Okay, cool." Like, so he was gonna follow me in. I'm glad he didn't, because he would have followed me on the same line choice, and I would have went off into the side, and he would have followed me and just smashed right in.
That is absolutely nuts, dude. Did you flip and roll and? I mean, obviously you did. You're pulling sticks out of your nose.
Yeah, I did a nice little front flip. Bike flipped over me. Leaf explosion. Like, oh, dude, it was graphic for sure.
That's awesome. Any blood?
I scraped up my face a little bit. It's kind of healing up pretty quick. Nothing too major. The full face really saved me. I mean, like, full face is in pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, that's what it's supposed to do, I think.
Say what?
I think that's what it's supposed to do, ain't it?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, the chin bar is supposed to be detachable. That's the only thing that's supposed to come apart.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it saved me. I mean, it definitely. I would recommend that helmet 10 out of 10 times. It was the Bell Super DH.
That's what I have. That's what I'm wearing.
Oh, I love it. I mean, and I'm gonna buy another one. I mean, I can't believe I didn't have a concussion. Just can't believe it. Like, I stood up right away, and like my friend's like, "What?" Like, he started going through all the. What day is it? What's your name? Where are we? What are we doing? What time is it? All of that. I was like just rolling off answers. She's like, "You're good." And I'm like, "Yeah, I think I'm good. I'm gonna go back up. All right."
Dang, dude, that's awesome. That's totally cool. Let's see. Mountain Mayhem's asking. He's a big editor. He likes his editing. Like Bobo is really good at doing stuff like that. What editing software do you use?
Right now, I'm on Filmora. I've been on it pretty much since I got started.
That's free, ain't it?
About the channel. You can use it for free, but it has a watermark on it when you're done with it. So beware. Don't like make a whole edit and then think you're like, "Oh, this is free software," and then like upload it, because it's gonna have a big old Filmora watermark all across the top. So yeah, it's like $30 for a year or something like that.
Okay, that's
super
not bad.
cheap. I mean, nothing substantial where you're like breaking the bank. But I mean, it's great software, and it has I haven't seen its limits yet. I understand. I'm friends with Bobo and Kevin. They're both like, "How dare you not be using Final Cut Pro or whatever else?" And I'm just like, "Look, guys, when I find this limits of this program, then I'll switch over and I'll do the better one. But right now, I haven't found anything that I need. This Filmora 9 does not give, and they actually just made a Filmora 10. I mean, upgraded yet.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah, I'm using DaVinci Resolve, so I just started using DaVinci Resolve, and everybody's like, "You got to use Final Cut Pro and all these kind of stuff," and I'm like, "Nah, I like what I like, and maybe someday we'll see."
Creature of habit, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you spent how many hours would you say you probably spent already on this on the software what were you using before?
Well, I was using what was I using? Oh, I was using Vegas Movie Studio.
I haven't heard of that one. Was that a free one?
I paid for it. I bought it, and it's okay. It's not super awesome, but to my right is a PC. I'm a PC guy. I'm not a Mac guy.
Same here.
I have been. I've done that before, but I built my PC, and I wanted all the bells and whistles and the cool unicorn vomit lights and all that kind of stuff, and I have that. And I built my PC around DaVinci Resolve. because it's got a faster graphics card, and that takes a faster graphics card. And I might have done a little bit so I could game some. I haven't told my wife that, but um, that's what it is.
She
So
don't need to know. She don't need to know.
she knows. It's okay though. Just as long as I spend time with her, so it's all good. Are you married or
Single.
Single?
Single.
Okay.
Yeah, that allows me to mountain bike and do everything that I want.
Well, if you're looking for somebody to date, if you're looking for a spouse, I have to apologize because only 0.33% of my viewers are women, and I don't know if any of them are single. So I don't ever have any women comment.
0.33?
0.33.
That's like a whole extra 0.03. That's what I'm looking at, like 0.03.
Is it really? Oh,
real well.
yeah. I have 0.33 females, and that's what when I started the show that just a little bit ago. I said what was it? I have like age 30 to 55 is like my age group. Mountain Mayhem might be the youngest. Oh, I have another dude. One MTB. I think he's the youngest guy that watches me. He's a kid, but yeah. Do you follow your YouTube analytics much? Is that what you're really focusing on?
Yeah, I whenever I first post a video, I really try to do something that day to like go out and like stay away from my phone, stay away from the computer, and like don't just like watch how the video is doing like a hawk, because it's so tempting to just get into that, just how's it doing now? What about now? Oh, is it in the number 1 spot now? Oh, is it 2? Just like going over and over that. So I try to get out and ride. I try to get out, or today I was working, but yeah, I look over the analytics and I try to figure out where I'm losing people in the videos. I noticed, for the longest time I was so down on myself because no one had told me that you always lose a huge chunk of your audience in the first 15 seconds. Like,
yeah.
No one told me that. That's apparently, to me, that was not common knowledge. So for the longest time, I kept thinking like, dang, dude, what am I doing wrong? Where people are like clicking on my video and then like instantly getting off. Like 30% of my audience is doing that like within the first 15 seconds. And so I like kept trying to find new innovative ways to like be creative, to like entice the viewer into, sticking around a little bit longer. And then I like talked to Kevin. He's like, oh yeah, dude, that's how it is for everybody. I'm like, oh. Okay. Kind of like a little bit of relief,
Yeah. It's tough. I look at it, but I have to get away from it because if I keep looking at it and getting obsessed and everything, because that's what happens. You're like, oh, dude, my channel must suck terribly. No one's watching it. 15 seconds is just terrible. Like that's pretty decent. So, Mountain Mayhem's asking. He's got 2 questions. Well, we answered the first one. What bike do you have? That is the Giant Rain you have over there. Yep. With the DVO, right?
Yep, DVO,
front and rear.
Front and rear. Right now I've got a RockShox, Yari on it. That's like kind of like a loaner fork while my DVO gets serviced.
Yeah. How do you like the Yari? That's what I have on mine.
Man, my DVO was giving me all sorts of problems, and this one's been super reliable so far. So I highly recommend it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it at all.
I haven't had any issues with mine.
For the price point too. I mean, like, I couldn't. It's got like 1 or 2 adjustments on it, so it's like super simple. But I mean, like, that's kind of what I want. I really don't want that much. Like,
you don't need.
I'm not a tuner guy. I'm not really into that.
Okay.
So,
second question is, I guess you got 3 questions. Do you like hardtails?
I do. I don't.
Mountain Mayhem is a hardtail dude.
I don't currently own one. I sold my last hardtail so that way I could buy my current bike, and I definitely was happy with doing that. I don't miss the XC hardtail over my Giant Rain, but at the same time, whenever I get a chance to ride someone's like slacked out, like 170 travel hardtail, it's like a steel frame, like one of those decked out hardtails. If I ever get a chance to ride one of those, I'm having a blast on the trail. Like I'm just like smiling ear to ear because like they're just so much fun. There's just like they're so simple too. Just like everything it's so much more responsive. Like just there's definitely good things, especially when it comes to jumping. I mean, I need to get myself a dirt jumper here soon. I'm hitting too many dirt jumper specific type of places where I need to get myself into that.
Yeah, I have yet to. I've rode one dirt jumper and I loved it, but I don't jump enough to.
What did you
So
ride?
a guy put one together. I don't even remember. It was a old GT frame, and I think he had a Rock Shock Pike on the front.
Okay.
And it was a hardtail.
Sounds like a pretty good build.
It was small, super
Yeah.
small. I'm 6'4", 6'3",
wow.
6'4". So I'm a big guy, and that was
Felt
an
like a toy.
itty bitty bike. It was. I felt like I was riding a clown bike.
Yeah.
So his last question: would you ride one full time? Obviously, I mean, you like doing it, but you wouldn't ride one full time.
No
That's
way. Not where I live. I
yeah.
think that it just kind of depends on where you're at. If I were
That takes a
somewhere
special person too to do that.
for sure, I got a couple buddies that are full-time hardtailers, and they will not give it up. Like that one guy who has that 170 steel hardtail.
Yeah.
He could literally, I'm not even joking, he could lap me if we went and did like Bennett, which is like a really super hard downhill.
Yeah.
Like he's got the cardio where he could like bust his butt on the way up, and then he rides so fast he could easily lap me like 2 times on the time it'd take me to go down.
That's a lot of there's people out there that when they hit their hardtail, they're sailing. They're
Yeah.
lapping people and left and right. I mean, Josh, daily mountain bike rider, he loves his hardtail. Mountain Mayhem loves his hardtail. I started on a hardtail. I can't do it. I do not want to. I mean, I've never rode a super slack 170 mil. I've never, these downhill hardtails that people talk about. I've never ridden one, but I still don't think I could. I think I'd go down once, and be like, okay, give me my bike back. I want that marshmallow.
Oh yeah. Have you ever been to a bike park?
No. So I haven't rode super smooth. No, I've never been. No, I've never been to a. I've been close to one, but not. Some stuff that's kind of close to it. His audio is very low. I'm sorry, man. Let's see if I can boost your volume up just a smidge. Sorry, buddy. Somebody should have told me that. That's with these live streams. You never know.
You gotta have the feedback,
Yeah.
between the audio.
Yeah.
Let 'em know.
Let me know if that's better, Crankzilla. But we got 3 minutes left. It goes by super fast. I enjoy these times. Yeah. Do you have? I like to finish it just like I always do. Do you have a closing quote that you say with at the end of your videos?
I normally have not necessarily like a slogan or like a motto or anything like that. Nothing quite so elegant, but I definitely would normally end with something along the lines of, all right, well, that's going to do it from wherever we're at right now.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on the adventure today. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you do, we'll catch you on the next adventure.
Oh, there you go. That's your slogan.
Yeah.
Your slogan.
You can tell I've said that a million times, right?
Yeah, you've said it. You said it a million times. I appreciate you so much for coming on here and allowing me to act like you're the one important on here. But we all know it's really the mukbang. Dude, I'm so going to tag it, mukbang. I might even put it in the title. I don't know.
Hashtag mukbang.
Was it? How do they do it? No. Hashtag. No. What was that? What was it? It was Justin Timberlake.
I don't know.
You don't remember that?
Do it. No.
You don't remember that? It was hashtag.
Oh, there you go.
That's a hashtag. Hashtag mukbang. So, we got to close it out. I haven't done this in a while. Okay. It's always fun. You got to say Jeremy's Pedal Power Hour. And this is why I made it Jeremy's Pedal Power Hour, because it's super hard to say. You have to say Jeremy's Pedal Power Hour 5 times as fast as you can say it.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Jeremy's Pedal Power Hour, Jeremy's Pedal Power Hour, Jeremy's Pedal Power Hour, Jeremy's Pedal Power Hour, Jeremy's Pedal Power Hour.
That was pretty decent. That was pretty decent.
That's
Yeah, you should be a rapper. That's just how good that was. Well,
I think the world needs another white rapper.
No, there's already enough of them. I mean, I already look like I'm trying to be MC Hammer. Maybe I should not MC Hammer, but Vanilla Ice. Maybe I should put my head on backwards.
Just like a little slant.
Little slant.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Except I got a receding hairline, The massive. Do you ever watch Dragon Ball Z when you were a kid? I'm Vegeta. Straight up Vegeta, bro.
Hey man, started from the bottom, now we're here.
Started from the bottom, now we here. That's awesome. Well, dude, I hit the mic. Thank you so much for coming on to my podcast, man. I appreciate it. It's awesome. I'm going to hit you up. I'm gonna come up to North Carolina here soon, and we'll have to go ride and you show me the local stuff and all the cool stuff. But as I say every single time, I'll be there. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it here soon. As I say every single time, guys, make sure you lift up God, lift up life, lift up the adventure. Get out there, make your own adventures. Go check out Caleb's channel, MTB Frequent Flyer. He's got some awesome stuff on there, and here I'm gonna turn it on when I turn this off, and I'm gonna watch his crazy wreck. So go back and watch your wreck. Actually, I think that might be the title, crazy wreck, mountain bike wreck, or something like that. Slash mukbang, and that's what they really want to see. And we'll close it out with just one more mukbang. And you want to take a drink? You take a drink. So we're both mukbanging at the same time.
Cheers, bud.
Cheers. Cheers. Make it loud. So you guys slurp. It's the most awkward podcast I've ever done. I love it. That's awesome, dude. Well, I appreciate it, guys. Everybody go check his channel out. I thank you, everybody, for coming on. I'll see you next time. Like I said before, this is the last one for the November. We'll see you guys in December. Yeah, that's it. Peace out.
Catch you later, man. Thanks for having me.
Peace out. Well, that's awesome.